Hey lovely viewers, welcome to my shocking news channel. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Over the sources of 19 seasons, Sister Wives viewers have watched Kody Brown treat his first 3 wives horrendously. Even in the earlier seasons, he seemed to think of his wives more as servants than partners. While revisiting a very old season, one viewer noticed a very telling scene. Perhaps the cracks started to show much earlier than anyone ever anticipated. Kody Brown once shamed Christine over the state of Robyn's driveway. Viewers noticed the second Robyn entered the family, Kody put her on the highest pedestal. He even seemed to expect the other wives to wait hand and foot on her. Kody yelling at Christine for not asking one of the boys to shovel Robyn's driveway, a Sister Wives viewer posted on Reddit. Season 2 Episode 6. The Browns are throwing a party for their non-PLG friends at Robyn's house. Christine came home from grocery shopping, and as she was walking back to the house with her hands full of groceries, Kody, hacking away at Robyn's driveway, yells at Christine, "Do you realize you're supposed to have one of the children do this?" The op describes the scene. Christine told him now is not the time, because it fell on her shoulders to cook for the party. She was busy shopping for groceries and cooking. So how was it her responsibility? Sister Wives viewers share their reactions to the scene. Although this episode happened very early on in the series, most Redditors weren't at all surprised that Kody treated Christine so poorly. Even when they were married, he often treated her as the family's nanny. At the end of the day, Kody never expected Robyn or her children to lift a finger. He's always felt it was the other family members' responsibility to take care of them. Other Reddit users left comments including, "I bet you Robyn was yelling at Kody to get it shoveled. But Kody is a lazy bum, so that's why he needed Christine's kids to do it. And instead of asking one of the kids himself, he expects the wives to read his mind. Ridiculous. Did Robyn's kids have broken legs? Why couldn't they do it? Robyn has a son. Is he not helping? Or is that beneath him in Robyn's eyes? I'm all for kids helping, but come on, Kody, do something yourself. Those older kids had that full family on their shoulders at such a young age. If Kody Brown hadn't treated Janelle Brown and her children so poorly, would she have stayed in polygamy? Meri and Christine have made it absolutely clear they never want to live polygamy again. However, Janelle's admitted she might try it again under the right circumstances. As the family unit continues crumbling on season 19, many viewers debate Janelle's attitude toward the lifestyle. Was Janelle Brown a fan of polygamy all along? Since leaving Kody Brown, Janelle has had plenty to say on the matter and no shortage of grievances. But is it polygamy she grew to despise or just her husband? Janelle the only one that liked Sister Wives? A viewer asked on Reddit recently. I think Janelle is the only one that genuinely and truly loved being a sister wife. The op went on to discuss how Janelle converted to the AUB from the mainstream LDS church. She also seemed to fight for the communal home again and always enjoyed the independence that came along with sharing Kody with other wives. I believe she was not interested in a traditional marriage, and even though she saw the favoritism from the beginning, it didn't bother her until it affected her children, the op continued. If Kody hadn't turned on her kids, I think she would have stayed. Sister Wives fans weigh in on the idea. Other Reddit users had mixed feelings about the OP's points. They argued Janelle Brown certainly enjoyed elements of polygamy, but perhaps not the idea altogether. They noted, I think Janelle enjoyed the benefits of having Christine love and raise her kids, but I don't think she liked sharing Kody any more than the other wives did. I think she pretended. Janelle liked having her independence and a man in her life who she only had to see a few days a week. I don't think she will ever be in a monogamous marriage. She wouldn't want a man around 24/7. I don't think Janelle liked Sister Wives, but she wasn't the type of woman to stay at home with the children, so having Sister Wives was beneficial to her so she could work and be the breadwinner in the early years. Janelle seemed more indifferent to Sister Wives. I always thought that Janelle would have done well as a truck driver's wife, but then I guess that would leave her to take care of her kids alone without help. I think she's definitely cut out for a polygamist life, but she deserved a better partner than Kody. After last week's new Sister Wives episode, Meri Brown and Jen Sullivan decided to take action. They didn't care for the way Kody Brown slammed their friendship. Thus, they conceived the Salty Birches podcast. The idea is still pretty fresh, so Meri and Jen haven't put together a cohesive project yet. However, they've had a lot of fun promoting the idea on social media. But not everyone is thoroughly impressed with the content they've come up with. One Sister Wives fan didn't care for the new promo. Immediately after, Kody Brown's harsh, salty B*TCHES, comment, Meri and Jen had customized sweatshirts made. The TLC star also made it clear her friends weren't going anywhere. And shortly after, the women put out a hilarious video to promote their new show. But at least one Sister Wives fan didn't enjoy it. Meri's new podcast ad is so bad, an annoyed Sister Wives viewer posted on Reddit. Apparently Meri and Jen have a new podcast called Salty Birches. If you have not seen this ad, you must. It showed up in my Facebook newsfeed and, this is awful. Awful, the op continued. It's so bad. Meri and Jen, and whoever filmed it, edited it, there were many people who saw this and nobody said, yo, this sucks, do not post this on social media, I am lost for words. I can't share the FB link, but if you Google, Salty Birches Facebook ad, you'll see it. While many Sister Wives fans agreed the ad was cringeworthy, they acknowledged that was the point. Meri and Jen were clearly making a parody of a wicked promo that circulated during the movie's theatrical run. The op certainly didn't like it and it's probable other viewers felt the same way. However, other Redditors raved over the video. Most notably, they wrote about how happy Meri seemed. Comments included, "This is exactly the kind of edgy clapback I'd expect from one of the Browns. We all saw the group dances at the graduation parties. Cringy and cheesy is their thing. It was nice to see Meri being totally herself after years of walls and sadness. Because it doesn't suck. It was fun and they didn't take it as seriously as you are. It's not like they were submitting this for a Grammy. Everybody else is having their fun and doing what they want to do, making Patreon accounts, snarky merch and anything else. Meri is finally free and is having a good time and is ready to tell her side. I think the fact it's bad is the point. Personally I think it's hilarious they are gonna make money off Kody. Someone should give you the memo that let's hate on anything. Meri is really tired at this point. Got you talking about it though. I'd say it did the job it was supposed to do lol. The op certainly didn't like it and it's probable other viewers felt the same way. However, other Redditors raved over the video. Most notably, they wrote about how happy Meri seemed. Comments included, "This is exactly the kind of edgy clapback I'd expect from one of the Browns. We all saw the group dances at the graduation parties. Cringy and cheesy is their thing. It was nice to see Meri being totally herself after years of walls and sadness. Because it doesn't suck. It was fun and they didn't take it as seriously as you are. It's not like they were submitting this for a Grammy. Everybody else is having their fun and doing what they want to do, making Patreon accounts, snarky merch and anything else. Meri is finally free and is having a good time and is ready to tell her side. I think the fact it's bad is the point. Personally I think it's hilarious they are gonna make money off Kody. Someone should give you the memo that let's hate on anything. Meri is really tired at this point. Got you talking about it though. I'd say it did the job it was supposed to do lol. When the Browns lived in Utah, Janelle was the worker bee of the family. Meri and Christine stayed home with the latter pretty much raising the children. Moving to Las Vegas was a huge shift because they now had a fourth wife, Robyn, 3 extra kids, and their own homes. The kids could come and go as they pleased but each wife had complete autonomy. Still, Janelle went out and became a licensed real estate agent. She was all business. Yet, she saw the value of being with her kids more since it was truly all about her. In Flagstaff, she was down to just 3 children and was doing more remote work. She had started Strive with Janelle, an online health and wellness business. Additionally, Janelle joined her daughter, Maddie, in promoting Plexus. Also, the wives lived a fairly good distance from one another and communication had broken down. Thus, it was like being a single parent. In early 2020, the pandemic arrived and Janelle was forced to take matters into her own hands. she chose her kids over her husband and had no qualms saying that. Janelle did not care what it did to her marriage because nothing was coming between a mother's love. Especially when Kody was being irrational at times. He wanted their sons thrown out of the home because he thought they were not being COVID safe. It has caused a rift. Savanah finally told her brothers she has avoided a social life so they can too. Now, she has something big in her life but it is not getting the best response. Over the weekend, Janelle Brown ventured out and took Savanah, now 17, for driving lessons. She was very excited so she documented and shared it with her Instagram followers. Unfortunately, not everyone was supportive of this major milestone. Some were judging how close Savanah was to the steering wheel. She looks to be too close to the steering wheel. This is dangerous. Just trying to be helpful, one follower commented. Other short followers jumped to Savanah's defense as they understood the struggle. Another person asked, "Does she have a seatbelt on?" Many parents tried to offer Janelle Brown advice on where to take Savanah for her lessons but it should have been about enjoying the day. Good luck to both Janelle and Savanah. Kody Brown was emphatic about what needed to be done for the family to gather for Thanksgiving 2020. He laid out the rules in print and the four wives were able to look them over. Unfortunately, it did not go as planned and Thanksgiving left them as a plural family divided. In the latest episode of Sister Wives, Kody saw who his true loyal wives were. Staff. It felt more like coercion and not all of the children were game. Some had made tremendous progress in Vegas and wanted to complete their time there. He seemed almost selfish in his demands and never wanted to hear anyone else out. This was when fans really started to turn against him. Then, his wives followed suit and it was true he was no longer the head of household and it was humiliating. Kody Brown did this to himself. He made the decision when the pandemic hit that he would be the one to rotate homes. The only house he was not going to frequent was Meri's. Unfortunately, he did not believe Christine or Janelle were taking it seriously enough. He accused them of traveling too much to have him in her life and it worked. When the wives sat down to discuss Thanksgiving and how they could all gather, it was about who could adhere to the rules. Christine spoke to her kids in Utah and it was not feasible. Yet, Aspyn and Mitch had invited them to their home so that is where they went, joined by Mykelti. Since Gabe and Garrison were not welcomed at Robyn's, Janelle chose her sisters in Utah, as well. Finally, Meri wanted to keep the family unity alive so she stuck around with Robyn and Kody. Now, there is a divide and Kody is playing new favorites. Since Meri followed all the proper rules, she was able to have a reunion with Robyn's 5 kids prior to the holiday. It made for a seamless transition to Thanksgiving. Though it was hard for them not to have all of the fanfare, they were appreciative to have Meri around them. Christine had an extremely relaxing time in Utah, almost a foreshadowing of things to come. The same went for Janelle and her kids. However, Christine did video chat with the family back in Flagstaff whereas Janelle forgot. At the table, Kody Brown looked around at Robyn, Meri, and all of the kids. He shared, in his confessional, he could finally see who was loyal to him and who was not. He had his loyal wives around him regardless of his status with Meri. As long as there was some semblance of holiday spirit, at least for the kids, that is all that should matter. Since Christine Brown left Kody in Flagstaff, her life seems to be dramatically different. She is no longer covering up her body like she once did and she is smiling so much more. The former third wife has truly finally found her happiness and it shows. Earlier today, the mom of 6 showed off a fun and glam new look on Instagram. She proceeded to compare herself to a well-known television character. Is she playing dress up or is there some truth to said comparison? Leaving the old Christine Brown behind. There was a lot Christine had been hiding during the early seasons of Sister Wives. Though she was a happy little homemaker for the main 3 wives, this was not her dream scenario. Her biggest bone of contention was being a basement wife. No one in a plural family ever wanted to be considered that. When Kody gave a tour of his polygamist home when the series premiered in 2010, he demonstrated how his original 3 wives had their own spaces. Meri and her daughter, Mariah, had one corner of the home. His second wife, Janelle, and her 6 kids had another corner while Christine and her 6 had the bottom level. It was revealed much later that was actually considered the basement. Kody had the bright idea to build a single home for his now 4 wives when they bought the Coyote Pass land in Flagstaff. The wives had lived on their own for so long once they fled from Utah to Nevada. One home seemed so uncomfortable. Christine was especially against it as it brought back memories of being the basement wife. She had begun to like her freedom, and Flagstaff really made her assert her freedom away from Kody. Furthermore, she was heavily getting into business. Though she obtained her real estate license in Vegas, she never did much with it. Now, she was flourishing with MLM work like LuLaRoe and eventually Plexus, seeing the true benefits of making her own money. It also enabled her to leave Kody after 27 years when the marriage was a bust. Christine Brown has made no secret that she is living her best life in Utah. This was where she longed to be for a handful of years. It is where her 2 eldest children reside as well as her granddaughter, Avalon. Upon moving there, she purchased a $1.1 million duplex. How does one earn that kind of money when they have left their husband? She still was a key wife on the show and is successful enough with her MLMs to need an employee, as Kody pointed out. In an Instagram post, Christine posed with sunglasses on and a super chill vibe. She joked she was channeling Devid from the hit show Schitt's Creek. He's known as a spoiled adult child of Moira and Johnny, yet Christine has never appeared to be of the spoiled kind. One follower commented this, and it pretty much sums it up. If unbothered was a person. Love to see it, Christine. The latest episode of Sister Wives has fans in an uproar. Many fans of the show are dragging Robyn Brown for bad parenting. What's going on that has so many questioning Robyn's parenting skills? Robyn Brown gets dragged quite often. Usually, it's for playing the victim all the time or being Kody Brown's favorite wife. However, this time, fans are not happy with her parenting skills. After seeing the latest episode of Sister Wives, fans went to Reddit to discuss what they saw. It seems Robyn's daughter Ariella is still using a pacifier. Fans believe this is way too old to still be using one for comfort. Ariella actually just celebrated her 6th birthday on Monday, January 10, 2022. So, since the latest episode of Sister Wives was filmed more than a year ago, Ariella was 5 and still using a pacifier. Comments went on and on dragging Robyn for allowing this to continue for so long. One fan said, "I damn near fell out of my chair when I saw that pacifier." The list of her poor parenting actions is a mile long. Another fan said they forgot how old Ariella was because of the binky, and everyone handling her like a toddler. Many commented they had no idea she was so old. They mentioned how her hair makes her look younger than she is. In fact, one fan even believed she was only 3. Still, another pointed out that Ari started school in the fall of 2021, so they hoped the pacifier was gone by that point. Right now, nobody knows if Robyn has taken it away or not. Could she still be using a pacifier having just turned 6? As previously noted, this episode features a conversation between Robyn and Meri Brown. The 2 sister wives are discussing their relationships with Kody. Robyn claims to be worried about the other wives not seeing Kody as much as she is. She also claims that she's the family's scapegoat and that her mother believes this as well. There are many fans who believe her tears are fake and she's just playing the victim once more. Meri shares with Robyn that her relationship with Kody is no more than a friendship at this point. She tells Robyn that Kody even said this to her. Meri admits she feels like an outsider at this point. Some of the Brown family spent Thanksgiving apart, causing more tension. Christine and Janelle both went to Utah for the holiday while Robyn and Meri celebrated with Kody. He voiced how this demonstrated who was loyal to him and who was not. There's still more drama to come. It seems the sister wives family continues to fall apart amid the COVID pandemic. In a new sneak peek, Kody Brown is talking to his son Gabriel Brown about his COVID rules. Kody is arguing that Gabriel shouldn't see his girlfriend because it prevents him from coming over to see everyone. Gabriel isn't having it. Us Weekly shared a sneak peek into the upcoming episode of Sister Wives. The preview shows that Kody is upset with how things are going with his wife Janelle and their children. Kody has 6 children with his second wife Janelle. They are sons Logan, 27, Hunter, 24, Robert, 23, and Gabriel, 21. And daughters Maddie, 26, and Savanah, 17. He's beginning to feel like he doesn't really have a say in his kids' lives because he's been away from them for so long because of the pandemic. In fact, Kody went as far as to say he doesn't feel like Janelle's house is his house at all. Kody said, "In the time that COVID has been going on, I've felt more and more like that was Janelle's house and it wasn't my house." He believes their group dynamic has shifted since he hasn't been able to move around from house to house due to the pandemic. Kody actually believes that fourth and legal wife Robyn Brown's house feels more like home to him. At Robyn's house, he's able to make the rules and make everyone follow them. He said, "It makes me mad at myself all these years that I haven't been, what I would call, more patriarchal. More in charge." Kody Brown has been questioning the sister wives' loyalty to him since he has enacted strict protocols for COVID. He spoke with Gabriel about not seeing his girlfriend Paedon during the pandemic. However, he hasn't exactly enforced it. Kody said, "While I'm talking to Gabriel here, I'm not laying down the law because I can't get the support of Janelle to lay down the law. Janelle is fine with Gabriel seeing Paedon and she likes her. She said Gabriel seems very happy with Paedon." Kody finally gives Gabriel an ultimatum in the sneak peek. He says, "The real issue here is, you had to choose between me coming over or seeing your girlfriend." Gabe becomes emotional and says, "Why? Why was I made to make that decision?" Gabe thinks the pandemic and all of Kody's rules have really messed up their family. He also said Kody has made no attempts to get to know Paedon and doesn't even know what she looks like. There's a new sneak peek of the upcoming episode of Sister Wives and it looks like the family is still having issues because of Kody Brown's strict COVID protocols. He wants to control the family and ensure they all follow the rules so he can safely come to visit each house. However, there's a bit of a snag in those rules Kody has. His son Gabriel Brown insists he is not going to stop seeing his girlfriend Paedon. Janelle Brown seems to be on his side. So, what is going to happen next? Gabriel Brown confronts Kody. In the new preview for the January 16th episode of Sister Wives, Kody Brown and his son Gabriel Brown are having a heart-to-heart. While working outdoors, they are discussing the rules Kody has made clear in regards to COVID. He believes that Gabriel should stop seeing his girlfriend Paedon during the pandemic. If he doesn't, Kody says he won't come over to see them. Kody is forcing an ultimatum on Gabriel. It's either him or his girlfriend. Gabriel confronts his dad and says, "Why? Why was I made to make that decision?" He begins to tear up as he confronts his dad. In a confessional, Kody admits that he's not laying down the law with Gabriel because he can't get Janelle Brown to support him and back him up. He went on to say that since COVID began he's felt like that was Janelle's house and not his. Kody said, "In the time that COVID has been going on, I've felt more and more like that was Janelle's house and it wasn't my house." Gabe refuses to budge, saying that he's not going to stop seeing Paedon. In fact, in a previous episode, Janelle told Kody that she may be moving in with them for a few weeks during the Christmas holiday. During that argument, Kody said, "Blah blah blah, Janelle is just vomiting bullshit." In the new sneak peek, Janelle says all of this has been stressing the entire family, not just Gabe. She basically said that Kody's rules were too much. Janelle said, "This has all been very hard for them that he's all of a sudden being dictatorial about his rules." She also said it's hard because her kids love their dad and love when he comes around. Kody is not wanting Gabriel to see Paedon, however, he's made no efforts to get to know her. Gabe said Kody has no idea what she even looks like. He went on to say that it's pretty revealing how COVID has screwed up their family. In a new sneak peek of the upcoming episode of Sister Wives, the family continues to fall apart. COVID has messed things up tremendously for the family to the point Gabriel Brown also thinks so. Janelle is all about her kids and it seems to Kody that he has no say in what they do anymore. Now, does he really think Robyn Brown's house is his only home? Us Weekly shared the latest sneak peek of the January 16th episode of Sister Wives. The preview shows that tension continues to build between Kody Brown and Janelle. He's previously said that she vomits BS, and he thinks he doesn't have much a say when it comes to his children with her. Kody technically brought all this on himself with his strict COVID protocols and rules. He rarely sees Janelle and the kids, and when he does, he's been remaining outside. This episode shows Kody and his son Gabriel talking about the rules that Kody wants them to follow. Gabriel refuses to completely follow the rules because he will not stop seeing his girlfriend. Kody voiced that he hasn't put his foot down with Gabriel because he feels like Janelle's house is not his home. He went on to say that he spends most of his time at Robyn's house. Kody said, "The irony of this situation, which is not good for relationships, is that Robyn's house, as I have been there more, has made me feel like that's my house and my rules and my family." He continued saying during a confessional, "It makes me mad at myself all these years that I haven't been what I would call more patriarchal, more in charge." Kody talked to Gabriel and basically gave him an ultimatum. He said he won't be coming around if Gabriel still insists on seeing his girlfriend. He voices that they don't know where she has been and she could bring COVID home to the family. Janelle has already said that Gabriel can see Paedon. In fact, she said she really likes her and Gabriel seems very happy. Janelle also noted that Paedon may be staying with them during the Christmas break because they think it will be safer. Janelle even noted that Kody's rules are tearing the family apart. She said, "This has all been very hard for them, that he's all of a sudden being dictatorial about his rules." Kody Brown is not winning Father or Husband of the Year after the way he has treated both his children and his wives. He has basically alienated his older children with his beyond strict pandemic rules. At the same time, his wives are feeling the backlash. It got so bad, his second and third wives did not even care to celebrate Thanksgiving 2020 with him. Now, a small slip on the latest episode of Sister Wives has fans and viewers reeling. It is a comment he has been making for a long time, but now it waved like a red flag. Kody Brown wannabe patriarch. When the series started in 2010, Kody acted like he was the prime example of a polygamist father. The cameras showed him greeting all of his wives and his children. Each wife with their kids was a unit to him. Maybe it was because he, his original 3 wives, and the children all lived under one roof. There was this unification that brought them together and they all took care of one another. It must be noted that his 4th wife, Robyn, never lived in the single-family home with the Browns. Shortly after she entered the union, they all headed to Las Vegas where each wife had their own house. It gave them newfound freedom and Kody was not confined to one space. This was where the family became more divided than before. All of the wives started working and manning their own households. Kody was just seemingly there for the ride and stopped by when needed. His temper was consistently out of control as he lacked control. Yet, his life started to change a lot when Meri divorced him so Robyn could marry him. The purpose was for him to be able to legally adopt her 3 kids. Through this, his relationship with Meri strained while it only became stronger with Robyn. Viewers saw her as his favorite and it only remained that way. Upon moving to Flagstaff and withstanding the pandemic, this became even more apparent. If there were any doubts, Kody has been caught slipping up with how he refers to his kids. N0W, fans are calling him out on his unkind slip-ups. An issue fans have long been noticing is Kody does not refer to the children as his or theirs, but rather specific wives. He will say they are Janelle's children or Christine's, but rarely if ever theirs. In the latest episode, Instagram account Sister Wives TLC got a screen grab of Kody talking about Robyn's kids. Yet, they are not just her kids. He refers to them as Robyn and our kids. Fans were visibly taken aback but not surprised at his accidental slip-up. They utilized this time to call the father of 18 out appropriately. Kody needs to take a long hard look at himself. It's cruel what he's saying and doing, one commented. Another added, "So Janelle, Christine, and their kids, Ysabel and our kids, dude, they all your kids." The comments did not stop there. I caught that and was wondering how could he say that. What? Ass kick him to the curb. Finally, many wondered why Meri and Janelle stayed and furthermore, why Robyn needed a nanny. Thanks for watching this video. What do you think about this video? Told on comment box and subscribe our channel.